Hi, this is Cengiz from Geekade here with Ian from Another Indie, and we're going to talk about two games they have today. First, let's start with Nairi. Can you give me a brief description?
Yeah, so Nairi, Tower of Shirin, for its full name, is a visual novel adventure game developed by Homebear Studios. They are a two-man studio, and they have a Japanese artist and a Dutch developer, and it's beautiful. Like it's a really lovely story about a young girl in a difficult situation. It's beautiful. It's tough to really put it into words. Like it's got the adventure game elements, but the adventure game elements are quite soft. You're not gonna hit that same wall that you do with a lot of adventure games. It guides you nicely through the game. It's a real palate cleanser, you know. It's a really pleasant, beautiful, calming experience, and it's something that you would be happy for your 10-year-old to be playing, but you'd also want to watch your 10-year-old playing because you want to know what happens next. You know what I mean? So it really does. It's just a great, great, beautiful little game.
Yeah, when I played it, I definitely I was just really in awe of the art style. I love that it's kind of like a human slash beast, so it's very cute in that way. But the story is somewhat far from cute, and so what platforms is the game going to be releasing on?
So for sure, we're doing Steam and Switch. That's absolute guaranteed. Other than that, we're still figuring it out. But we will keep everybody updated, and we'll let you know if it changes. But Steam and Switch for sure. We're actually, the PC version is pretty much done. We're just porting to Switch right now.
Okay. And how long would you say the game is?
So I think it's about 3-4 hours of pretty solid playing, but it does depend how quickly you get through the puzzles and how quickly you read and things like that. So yeah, I think that's about right.
I know for me it was a little. There are certain parts where I'm just like, I have to use this with this, and sometimes you don't think about oh, what if I try this, and then oh, hey, there's something. But it's still a lot of fun, and I think it's definitely great for a younger audience as well. So now moving on to probably a polar opposite game. We're going to talk about Sinner. What's the caption on the Sinner? And then it's
Sinner: Sacrifice for Redemption.
So Sinner. I played it, but if you could just give me a brief description of what Sinner is.
Yeah, so Sinner is a boss battler inspired by the Souls series. So it is, how to describe it? So how it works is you have 7 bosses that you can fight in any order that you choose right at the very beginning of the game. So there's very minimal gatekeeping. Everyone has access to the vast majority of the content of the game. However, in order to get to the final 8th boss, you need to beat all 7 of those bosses, which sounds easy on the face of it, except that in Sinner, you don't get stronger, you get weaker. So in Sinner, you start the game the strongest you will ever be, and as you play, you get weaker. This is where the sacrifice for redemption element comes in. You're playing as a sinner, you're atoning for your sins, and atonement hurts. It's a painful experience to be wrong. And that's how it unfolds.
I know. I definitely had a tough time playing it. I was trying one of the bosses. We'll probably get some capture, but it definitely feels like that Souls feel, but you kind of work within the box that you have. Yeah. I like that there's kind of 2 different kinds of weapons for different if you want to adopt a different style. So you never really gain anything in the game. Everything is really lost.
Yeah. Once you complete the game for the first time, you do actually unlock some stuff, but you have to complete the game. There are a few little things that you get here and there that we're not really talking about too much right now. But by and large, no, you are always getting weaker. You will never be as powerful as you were at the beginning of the game.
I have to say, the game is also gorgeous looking. Yeah. It is. It's amazing to watch. I can imagine just spending a whole afternoon watching someone play this game. What engine was it developed in?
It's developed in Unreal 4.
Unreal. What would you say? What benefits did Unreal provide you than say something like Unity?
It's a lot easier to make your game look really good, to give the game that kind of AAA feeling, and I think that's what Sinner really goes for. You know, it looks like a AAA game. It's not, but it looks like one, and that was what the developers really wanted to do. Unreal's also very hands-on, so I think Unity has the numbers, which means that they can't always be on every game, whereas Unreal doesn't, I think, have the same amount of games being developed in it, so they're much more committed to making sure that products come out on Unreal are of a certain quality, and that's helped a lot.
That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely feel like it looks definitely 100%. I was surprised that this was an indie game because I mean it had that look. So if people want to get Nairi and Sinner, where can they find?
So Nairi's Twitter is @HomeBearStudio. That's the name of the developer, @HomeBearStudio, and Sinner is under Twitter @SinnerTheGame. If you want to talk to everybody, you can join the Another Indie Discord, which is discord.gg/AI. The developers hang out in there. We do a lot of competitions. You can give feedback. You can maybe even get into beta testing. That's really the place to be.
That's amazing. Well, thank you very much, Ian. This is Cengiz from Geekade. Stay tuned for more content from PAX East.